give a shout out to the Red Sox. My motherfucking Red Sox. They won the World Series, even though I'm an Indians fan, I pull for the Red Sox when the Indians ain't playing. That's what I do. I think they were down 2-0, or whatever. They were down 2-0, 2-1, whatever. They came back and won. But let's go with the NFL picks right now. Let me find my app that I got for it, wherever I can find it. It's 11:27, 11:28, NFL point spread. Now, as you know, I'm an astounding 96% in NFL picks this year. And it's just the fact of life. Last week I had another brilliant week. I think I was 98% that week. Whatever. All right, let's go. Tomorrow's game. Cincinnati's a favorite on the road. Now, you know, I'm going to tell you something. I know the Dolphins have lost their last 4 games. Out of starting out 3-0 and in their fucking offensive tackle. Left tackle, right tackle, I forget which one it is. Left one being more important than right-handed quarterback. He went out and threw a hissy fit today. Someone told him not to sit down. He threw his fucking lunch tray and went off. That being said, I don't believe this Bengal team is nearly as good as the record indicates. The Cleveland Browns manhandle them. I will tell you this, tomorrow night, I like the Miami Dolphins to come alive. I like them to put 31 points on the Cincinnati Bengals, and I like them to defeat the Cincinnati Bengals 31-13. I think Andy Dalton's going to come back down to earth. I think Andy Dalton's going to really struggle, and people are going to be calling for the fucking backup again, even though Josh Johnson sucks. So I like the Miami Dolphins to win that game outright. Atlanta Falcons, the underdog at the Carolina Panthers. Falcons getting 7.5 points. By the way, Cincinnati was a 3-point favorite in that game. Go figure. Carolina's a 7.5-point favorite. Let's see. Matt Ryan won 4 interceptions last week. You know, without Roddy White and your other receivers, you can't do nothing, can you? You should have, hey, what's your name? Dimitrov, whatever the fuck. You should have traded Tony Gonzalez. You guys basically coerced him out of retirement, and now you wouldn't even trade him when he wanted to go to another team. So you know what? You're fucking going to lay in your own bed now. I like the Carolina Panthers in this game 31-14. The Falcons are done. They're 2-5. I don't know why they said something about they're keeping Gonzalez because they believe in them. You ain't gonna believe in shit. You don't have it no more. It's amazing when a team don't have good receivers how the quarterback sucks. Isn't that amazing? Falcons are done. Although I never thought Matt Ryan was any good anyway, to be honest with you. Minnesota. By the way, Miami game was at home. Carolina game's at home. Let me get to this. Dallas at home, giving 10.5 to the Minnesota Vikings. Tony Romo, 18 TDs, 5 interceptions. A lot of people calling for his head because they don't think he's a viable quarterback. The guy is a great quarterback, so he doesn't get to the postseason. So he doesn't know how to get to the big game. Whatever. He's still the fucking regular season stat machine. They will destroy the Minnesota Vikings because right now you got Ponder, you got Josh Freeman. They both suck. However, I'd go with Ponder. I like the Cowboys in this game, 34-13 over the Vikings. New Orleans Saints, -6 at the New York Jets. The New York Jets took a beating last week against the Cincinnati Bengals, 49-6. Do I believe the Jets are as bad as that game? No. Do I believe the Jets are as good as the Falcons game? No. They're in between. I like the New Orleans Saints to go into New York and beat them. I'm going to say someone Drew Brees will have a big MetLife Stadium and put the fucking fans out of their misery real quick. I think the New Orleans Saints go in there and win the game 27-13. I think Geno Smith gets garbage time touchdowns. If he's even in the game, they might go to the backup. Make that, check that, 31-13. We'll go 31-13. They got to get at least 30 points. So I like the Saints, -6. Tennessee, -3 at St. Louis. A lot of people are looking at St. Louis. You know, they played good the other night against Seattle. But we know Seattle's overrated. We know they can't play away from that fucking nice little fallacious fucking stadium they got over in Seattle. We know they're average on the road. We know Seattle should have lost that game because the dumbass Jeff Fisher did not know how to coach that game. Who the fuck throws a fade to a 4'3" receiver? That being said, I don't know if Jake Locker's back, but even if he is, it'll be his first week back. I like St. Louis at home. Like, getting 3 points. I definitely like St. Louis to win the game somewhere like 21-10. It's my pick. It's efficient, and it's successful. Buffalo Bills at home getting 3.5 against Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to tell you something right now. After watching the Kansas City Chiefs last week, they are susceptible to the pass. I don't care what anyone says. Jason Campbell shredded that defense. I like Thad Lewis in Buffalo. I tell you what, the Cleveland Browns put out, they fucking ruined Buffalo's season. But you know what? They ruined our season too by putting Hoyer out. But I will tell you this right now. Thad Lewis will pass for about 280 yards. 280 yards against that suspect Chiefs defense. Everyone says they're so fucking good. They got the Jason Campbell one fucking time. The Browns would have won that game if Devon Best knew how to field a fucking punt and catch the ball. So I like the Buffalo Bills to win this game outright, 31-20. Or no, I'm sorry, 31-10. Alex Smith fucking sucks. That's why the Chiefs are going nowhere. 31-10, the Buffalo Bills will win that game. Washington getting 1 point at home against the San Diego Chargers. The last game was at Buffalo, in case I didn't mention it. Robert Griffin III, you're really struggling this year. You know why? Because NFL defenses have figured you out how to play you. You're nothing but you're not a conventional drop back quarterback. Your only thing you have going for you is a threat to run, and now you are scared to run the ball because you know you're made out of chandelier, which is a comment that made you block me on Twitter. I like the San Diego Chargers and Phillip Rivers. I believe the Chargers had a bye week last week. I like the San Diego Chargers to go in the RFK, whatever the fuck it's called right now, and to win this game 36 to fucking 21. I like them to fucking just run up the score. I know Washington get 21 points, but what the fuck? 36 points to Chargers. You will not deny Phillip the Beast Rivers. The Chargers win that game, but a blowout. At Oakland, they're giving Philadelphia. Wait a second. Why am I fucked up? Philadelphia is getting 2.5 points at Oakland. Raiders are giving Philadelphia Eagles 2.5 points. You know, Chip Kelly, you got to seem to be a little defensive when people are talking about your offense. You're talking about you need the right quarterback. Face it, this is the National fucking Football League. This isn't a bunch of high school kids 2 years out of high school playing in your fucking goddamn shitty-ass offense. Doesn't work in the NFL. You've been exposed. Your offense is the poorest scoring offense in the league. You're garbage. You're one and done as a coach. You're Steve Spurrier 2013. The Raiders under Terrell Pryor will show you what he would have done to your offense or defense in college. You will fucking run the score. The Raiders will win this game 34-17. Your offense sucks. I don't give a fuck who you got running it. It ain't shit, Chip Kelly. One and done, fire Jeffrey Lurie. Tampa Bay, oh my God, getting 16 points. That only surmised the game's at Seattle. Tampa Bay is getting 16 points at Seattle. I'm going to tell you something about Greg Allo. He's a fucking pissed off person right now. He's going to do everything in his power to injure the quarterback for the Seattle, Russell Wilson for the Seattle Seahawks. I like this Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not to win the game, but they will cover that 16 points. You're looking at Seattle will score 33 points and Tampa Bay will get 24. It's going to be a lot closer than 16 points says. When they get them type of fucking double-digit points, you got to go with the fucking underdog. And in this case, I know it's Seattle, but trust me, Seattle ain't shit. And if they play that shitty away from home, that home field advantage don't mean shit to me, in my eyes. So I like they're going to win, obviously, but I like the fucking Tampa Bay. Cleveland at home wait a second. Cleveland is a how the fuck is it? Cleveland's a 2.5 point underdog against the Baltimore Ravens at home. The Ravens beat us at Baltimore earlier because Brandon Weeden sucks. He's fucking garbage. If we would have had Brian Hoyer, if we would have had Jason Campbell, we would have won that game. There's no fucking way the Browns will lose this game against the Ravens. See, what the Browns did is they put out a counter offer to Joe Flacco. They made the Ravens think they were going after Joe Flacco, but they weren't, because they wanted the Ravens to waste all their money on Joe Flacco, so they couldn't sign no one else, and they did. And guess what? Now their offense sucks. Ray Rice can't do shit. You ain't going to run against our defense. You couldn't do it in the first game. You certainly ain't going to do it this game. I like the Browns to put up about 30 points this game. I know there's going to be Ravens fans pissed at me, but I've been watching this Browns team, and they were a quarterback away from winning that division, and right now Jason Campbell is leaps and bounds ahead of fucking Brandon Weeden, and any Raven fan will admit that. So I like the Browns in this game 34-13. I know it's a blowout. I predict it. Pittsburgh Steelers. This was pissing me off because in my fucking Youngstown, Ohio, they are showing the Pittsburgh Steelers New England Patriots game, not the Browns. Luckily, I got WIO out of Cleveland. That gets channel 19, and I can watch the Browns game, but not in high definition. Therefore, Pittsburgh's getting 6.5 points at New England. This is a game that's going to be so fucking low-scoring and boring because both teams' offense sucks. Both teams' defense they're fucking terrible, but their Patriots' defense is just banged up by injuries. However, that being said, I like the Patriots in this game probably 27, because Pittsburgh's defense is, their Geritol 11 is in full force. They're like 15 pills sitting there. They're fucking terrible. I like the Patriots 27-3. Steelers are fucking that bad offensively right now. In fact, if you're the Steelers, you better off trade Roethlisberger now, because you're about 6 years from contending, and by that time, Roethlisberger's going to be retired. Trade him now while you can to get some picks, whatever the fuck you can, and move on. Roethlisberger's a beast. He deserves to go to the Browns. Houston getting 2.5 at home against Indianapolis. The last game was at New England, in case anyone's wondering. Houston at home getting 2.5 against Indianapolis, who I have as the best team in the National Football League right now. They beat the Seahawks. They beat the fucking Broncos, and they beat the 49ers. I know they're 5-2. They got a shitty-ass dancing running back, Trent Richardson, but Andrew Luck is a fucking beast. Now, Reggie Wayne being out for the season is going to be fucking big. One of the fucking receivers for the Colts has to step up. And I look for the Colts to go in there. I believe they beat the Houston in the playoffs last year. Maybe I'm wrong. I like the Colts to go in there and score 38 points. I like the Colts to go in there and win the game 38-17. Colts defense is good. I'm telling you right now, the Colts and the Saints are my pick for the Super Bowl right at this juncture. So I like the Colts to win that game. The final game, Green Bay. Chicago's getting 10.5 at Green Bay. Now, I don't know the status of Jason Cutler, but from what I see in Green Bay, Cleveland could have beat them if they had a good quarterback, and Brandon Weeden makes every fight. Brandon Weeden fucking sucks. He destroyed the Browns fucking season. I hate that motherfucker. I like the Bears in this game. Not to win outright. I'm not saying they won't win outright, but they're getting 10.5 points. So what I'm telling you is this game's going to be high scoring. This game's going to be somewhere like 28 to 24. It may be Green Bay and it may be the Bears, but with the 10.5 points, you got to go with the Bears. I'm telling you right now, Green Bay's primed for the taking. Cleveland Browns would have beat them if they had Jason Cameron or Brian Hoyer or even fucking Jeff George for fucking 50-year-old Jeff George, whatever the fuck it is. So let me make sure I didn't miss any games. You got to understand, I got a pure hatred for Brandon Weed because he single-handedly cost the Browns the season. Miami game picked. Carolina game picked. Dallas, St. Louis, or Dallas, New Orleans, Tennessee, Kansas City, San Diego, Oakland, Seattle, Baltimore, New England. Yes, I picked them all this week. I didn't forget none. So those are my picks. It's 11:38. I will upload. Watch this. Why the fuck are you so stupid, you bitch? Come on! You're supposed to talk!
I don't know if I can answer that properly. I can do a search for I want what's this, what are you so stupid, you bitch?
No, I don't want you to do it. Look, I don't want you to do a search for me. I want you to tell me why you are such a stupid bitch.
I have no specific answers for that. Let me do a search for an answer to I don't want you to do a search and I want you to tell me why you are such a stupid bitch.
You're missing the point. I want to know from you why you are a dumb fucking bitch.
I don't know if I can answer that properly. I can do a search for you're missing the point. I want to know from you why you are a dumb fucking bitch.
Look, maybe we got off on the wrong thing. My name is ELPRESADOR. I'm here. I'm using you right now. Can you just answer me why you are so fucking stupid?
I don't know if I can answer that properly. I can do a search for open. We got all the wrong thing. My name is ELPRESADOR and here I'm using you right now. Pages. Ask me why.
All right, whatever. It's just not too. It's not too intuitive. I guess it is if I speak a little bit more clearly. I don't know. It's just a fucking whatever.